So today we will see about two-dimensional array. So first we will see how do we declare two-dimensional array. Okay. So to declare, basically we need to write like int. We need to write like int, and we need to give two-dimensional, and then after pen battery low. Okay. Then after I need to write like new, and I can say new int. Okay, new int, and we need to write like this. Okay. Okay, and we need to pass the variable here. So this is for rows, I can say, and this is for column. Okay, so here I am passing 3, here I am passing 2. So basically once we are passing here, so internally what it is happening, so it is creating two column, and it is creating 3 rows for this. So it is starting from 0 1 2 0 1. If I wanted to store here 10 20 30 40 50 and 60, so if I wanted to get this value, how do we get this? I need to write like, if I am taking here a, so I need to write like a of 1 and 1 1. Okay, if I wanted to get this 50, so how do we get this a of 2, the whatever the I can say the row is this one, so a of 2 second row, and column is 0, so a of 0, we will get 50 here, we will get 40 here. So this is how it is worked. Okay, so let's come to the program, I can say, and basically it looks like matrix, I can say, matrix and tabular format. Okay, so let's come here to the program and let's try to run this. Okay, so let's try to run this. So basically I need to first define here. Okay, so let me define. I need to write like int a RR. I am taking array, and I need to take one another dimension, and I'm taking new int. I can say like this. Okay, and I need to write like this. So I need to pass the I can say like, see, it is saying that, okay, variable must provide either dimension expression or initialization. So we need to pass the value here inside this. So I'm passing 3. So at least row is mandatory to pass the value, and this one is exceptional, I can say. So I'm just passing here 2. Okay, now let's try how do we store the value. So we need to, if we are trying to store the value, so how do we store? So I need to write like arr of, I can say, 0 0. Okay, 0 and 0 rows and 0 column, 0 rows and 0 column. Okay, and let's try to store this value. I am trying to store this value here 10. 0 row 0 column, what it means? 0 row 0 column means this one, this 10 value. I am talking about this 10. Okay, so it will store here, and accordingly we need to store like this. Okay, so let's, so accordingly we can store these values like this way. And if I wanted to print, so see, I am trying to store the value till 2, but the value here is 3. Why? Because we are storing from 0 index. Okay, if we will try to store array of 3 rows and first column or third column, whatever it is, so we will get array index out of bound exception, as we have already seen in one dimension array. So let's try to print any of, so what we have seen as of now, we have seen how do we declare, how to add value inside the array. Now we will try to print the any of the particular element. Okay, SYSOUT sysout. Yes, yes, SYSOUT sysout. I am printing here. Oh, SYSOUT sysout. Okay, so let's try to print. I'm just trying to print ARR of, I can say like, any of the element. I wanted to print one of 0. Okay, 1 means first row. I wanted to print first row, and second first row and first 0 column I wanted to print. Okay, so what it will print, it will print 30. Okay, see, it will print, it is printing 30. Okay, so this is how we can print the value of the array. If I wanted to print like whole array, so if I will try to print like this, SYSOUT, if I will try to print like ARR, it will not print. See, it will give hash code value. See, it is giving hash code value. Okay, and see, like it is a double dimension array, so that's why it is opening two bracket here. If it is single dimension, it will open only single. Okay, so this is how. And if I will try to, so this is not a good way, so let's remove this. So how do we print whole array element? So we need to use for loop, and I am taking int I equal to 0, and I is less than equal to, I can say the value is total is 2. For row, I can say first, see, first we need to go for row, whatever the row. So row is this one, okay, row is this one, row is this one, and the column is this one, like this way. Okay, so what is the, how many row we have? We have one, two, three row. So it is a starting from 0, so that's why we need to take 2 and I plus plus. Then after, I need to take one another for loop to iterate every column, means this column and this column, so total two column we have. So we need to iterate till 1, because it is starting from 0 onwards. Int j equal to 0, and j is less than equal to 1, and I can say j plus plus. And let's try to print this sys out sysout. If I'm trying to print, how do we print this arr of, I can say, so let's do this. So first we need to print rows. So row is indicating I, and I wanted to print column, so column is indicating j. So this is how we can print. Okay, let's make it more good for look. So let's try to print this. See, it is printing 10, 20, 30, 40, 60. It is printing all these values. So this is how we can declare the array, add the value inside the array, and how we can print a particular array element, any of the index element, I can say. And this is how we can print whole array. And if I wanted to check the length of this array, how we can check the length? So we need to, which length I wanted to know, this row length or this row length or this row length. So we need to give only rows number, and I wanted to check. Okay, so I wanted to know the first row length. Okay, so first row length, how we will check? We need to check with the help of 0 arr of 1 dot length, I can say. If I will write like this, so it will print, it will return, I can say it will return the length, I can say. Sorry, wait. So it will return, if we will do like this, it will print column. Okay, so it will print the column, means whatever the first column. So whatever the first column, this column and this column, so it will return that value. Okay, so I wanted, first I wanted to print the row, whatever the row length I wanted to print. So how we will print the row? So we need to write like this. If I will write like this, and let me write it here. Okay, so before this, let me control c, control v, and I'm just doing control v. Let it uh, comment this line, and I wanted to comment this line also, whatever we have printed as of now. So we have printed arr of whatever the value I wanted to print. So I wanted to print 1 and 0, whatever it is. 1 and 0 I wanted to print, and here I need to take, let's comment this out first. Let's uncomment this. I wanted to print the row length. Okay, so how many length of the row? So the 1, 2, 3, so it will print 3. Okay, so let's try to print the length of the row. Let's make the message at least. So row length, row length, I am saying like this. Okay, so this will print the row, and this is for, I can say, okay, leave it, no issue. So this is the length of the row. See, the row length is 3. It is saying that 1, 2, 3. Now I wanted to print the length of the column. Okay, how do we print the length of the column? So column length, let's take this column, column length, column length I wanted to print. Okay, so column length, how do we print? I wanted to print this column, this column, and this column. Okay, so we have total 2 columns. So I need to define which column I wanted to print. Okay, so to print the column, I can say we need to define, we need to, like, for which row I wanted to know the total how many columns are available. So okay, so I wanted to know the first row column total column length. I wanted to know the first row column length. So I need to write like first of length, and it should print 2. Okay, so see, the column length is 2 and the column length is 2, so that's why it is printing 2. That's fine. So we have done everything, I think so. Now how do we store the value? I can say in a single line, as we can store all these values inside, I can say uh, in the single dimensional array we have already seen. For the single line, I can say, so we can declare and I can say define also, add the value also. Okay, so how we can do that? So let's comment this line first. Let's comment this. Okay, I have commented this out. Now I wanted to add this, so let's comment this also. Okay, now let's take this int. I am taking like this way. Okay, and I'm taking arr equal to, I'm just taking this like this way I'm taking. Okay, so so for the I can say for single dimension array, how do we define with the single curly braces we are defining? So for double dimension array we need to define for the rows. Okay, whatever the inside the row, for this row how many values, for this row how many values, like this way we need to define. Okay, so like first is a storing 10 comma 20, 10 comma 20 it is a storing. Okay, and second time it is is in the second row it is a storing 30 comma 40. So let's store this 30 comma 40. Now next I can say like third row it is a storing 50 comma 60. So I need to write like 50 comma 60. So like this way we can define and declare and we can store the element inside the array. Okay, so now let's go there, and I wanted to know the particular element sys out. I wanted to print this particular. So how do we print arr of, I can say, I wanted to print this one 30 value, this 30. So how do we print this? So to do this we need to know, okay, so this is the first row and zero column. Okay, so I will write like first row and zero column. So if I will print like this, it will give 30. See, it is printing 30. Okay, so like this way you can print any of the value. If I wanted to know the length, okay, so the similar way we can find the length also. So see, this is the similar way we can find the length. Okay, so let's find this, the help of this one. Let's control V, and okay, so this will give the length similar way, I can say. See, it is giving 3. And if I wanted to know the column length, with the help of same similar thing, I can say we need to print this. Okay, let's print this also. So let's print this. So this is how we can print the length also. If we wanted to print, I can say the similar I can say similar concept for this one. Okay, so no changing, because we are only, the approach is our only to declare declaration of the array and adding the element, only that's the change. So every process will be same for that. Okay, so if I will try to print this, okay, there is some error, I can say. So something I have defined extra, might be. So okay, so this for loop is having here, and okay, let's do this. This for loop is having this one. Let's come here, and this for loop is having this one, this for loop is having this one. Okay, I think one curly braces is missing, one curly braces is missing. Okay, fine. If I will try to print like this, it will print all these values. Okay, so if I wanted to take some different values, okay, so let's take to one I am taking, two I am taking, then three, then four. If I'm taking like this, so it will print like this. Okay, so see, it is printing like this. Okay, that's fine. But this is the how we can print the any of the array element. We can store, we can declare, and we can know the size also. So how do we know the size? I think so. Yeah, size also we can know with the help of length, I can say. Yeah, that's fine. We have already declared. We have already seen. So I wanted to check with the help of, I can say, for each loop. How do we check for that for each loop? So for each loop, I can say, like, we need to define like this way for, and inside this for loop we need to write like this. So first we need to read this value, means this 10 20 means 0 row, means 0 indexing row. First I wanted to read this, then after this, then after this. So first we will read row, whatever we have seen. First we were checking for row, then after we have checked for column. So inside this same similar thing, I will define int. I will take arr of 1, I will say, and which array we are just trying to iterate. Okay, so this array I wanted to iterate, so I will write like arr. Okay, the one another thing is, see, we are trying to iterate these value, means this is one dimension, this is one dimension array, this is again one dimension, this is again one dimension. So we are trying to store this value. So if we are trying to store this value, we need to define like this way. Okay, so we are storing here, what we are doing here is, we are doing here means we are storing 10 and 20. We are doing 10 and 20, we are trying to store here. Okay, so, and inside this we will iterate 10 and 20 first. 10 and 20 first we will iterate with the help of column, I can say. So with the help of column. Okay, so like we will iterate first this one, then after we will iterate this one, then this, then this, then this, then this, like this way we will iterate one by one. Okay, so let's try to write this. I'll take one another int. I'll write x, and I'll write like this is 2, and we need to write like arr of 1. We will write like this. Okay, and we need to print this. Let's try to print this. Okay, SYS or UTC out. I'll write like this. Means we are trying to print this value. Okay, see, basically here every value it is coming here, means this first row value it is coming here and it is storing here. Then after inside x, the first 100 it is coming here and storing and printing. Then again means 201 will come and it is storing here, and we will try to print here x. So whatever it is coming and it is storing, so we are simply, it is coming and storing here. So basically yeah, so we will try to print this value. So let's try to print this value. See, it is printing like this. So we will try to print in a good way. So let's try to print like this. Okay, so let's try to print this. Okay, yeah, see, it is printing like this. So see, let me explain once again. So this is one dimension array, means we are trying to first iterate with the for each loop. This element means 0 0 zeroth row, then after first row, then after second row. So zeroth row, what it is a one dimension, I can say, like we are storing one dimension array. So that's why we have taken one dimension array, means this one 101 201. It is from this array list we are first means doing operation on row. Okay, means 0 row. So 0 row, the value 101 and 102 it is coming here. Then after, this is for row, then after we are doing operation on column, so it is having 0 0 column, 0 1 column, right? So means 0 inside 0 1 it is storing 101, so it is coming here 101 storing here, and we are trying to print here 101. Then again it will check for 201, it is coming here and it is printing here. Again it will go and it will check for another, I can say, another row, means 301 402, and similarly like this way. So this is how we can print the um, array indexes, I can say, whatever the value available inside this. Okay, thank you so much.